Hey guys, this is Mel, and I'm back to talk about Supernatural episode 1408 titled Byzantium, which premiered Thursday, December 6, 2018 on the CW. I'm recording roughly just under 3 hours since the episode is aired, so 10 to midnight for me. So huge spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode already, please go do so first, and then come back and see what I have to say about the episode. Otherwise, my other video reminders are up on screen. Take a moment to remind yourselves of those. So I'm going to try to do this in 10 minutes. So let's start the clock, and let's begin with what happened in this episode. So timeline-wise, I believe this is shortly after the events of 17 or 1407. Wow. Maybe even just a few hours. It really depends on how rapidly Jack's health was declining between the end of 1407 and the start of 1408. But episode reminder, I could say that there's a lot of familiar faces that I wasn't expecting in this episode for sure, which will go to the episode breakdown. Pretty much I got two. One, saving Jack, and two, Heaven Invasion. So the first storyline, we see the return of Lily Sunder, and she's a lot older than her last appearance. I think it was season 12. Yeah, season 12. Her specific episode will be on screen right now, though. But she's the one that had the daughter that was mistakenly thought of to be a Nephilim and was killed because of it, all due to an angel's lie about it. So anyways, we get Lily Sunder and her use of being able to use angelic magic in exchange of giving up a part of her soul each time. So there's that. We also meet Anubis. He's the one that actually evaluates the souls to see if they go to heaven or if they go to hell. He took over after God went on his leave of absence, if you will. So he's that. So they're all trying to rush to find a way to save Jack and to cure him from his declining health. With the second storyline, with the Heaven Invasion, we get to see Jack's heaven because unfortunately he did die very early on in the episode, which kind of like caught me off guard for sure the way it happened. But we see Jack's heaven being on the road with Castiel and the Winchesters, and before his angel part of him realized that he wasn't in reality anymore. So there's that. We also see a visit of his mother's heaven, which is Kelly. We found out she had a little puppy named Roosevelt. We also saw her memory would start off with her as a child playing with the dog, since the dog died when she was in high school, I believe. And then it was when Jack was visiting her heaven did she revert back to the last version of herself, which was as an adult. So there is that. Also with heaven, we do see the creature from the empty. The angels call him the shadow, so I'm calling him Empty Shadow. They want Jack, since he is half angel. His soul is claimed to the empty. So he's not going to stop invading heaven until he finds Jack's soul and takes him back to where it's supposed to go. To stop this, Castiel makes his own deal, which pretty much sacrifices himself a little more earlier than expected to the empty. Because of this, Naomi rewards Castiel for his sacrifice, because after the deal, Empty Shadow left heaven. So there's that. With his reward was Michael's location. So with that said, that means Michael is not inside Dean hiding. So there's that great confirmation there. But last scene of the episode shows a celebratory drink and burgers with Jack, Sam, Dean, and Castiel. And they're relishing in the fact that not only they have Jack back, but they now have the location of Michael. But the brothers do not know about Castiel's deal with the MT like Jack does. So there's that. Tidbit-wise, though, we do see Duma and Naomi return, and they are still alive after the incident with the MT invading heaven. We also have Mary's voicemail message being heard, but she was not seen in this episode, which was a surprise for me. But Dean left her a message about Jack's death very early on in the episode. He explained it as it being happening all so quickly, so there's that. Also, we find out that Sam brought in Lily Sunder because he thought that maybe she could read the angel tablet, because they thought maybe something in there could help them with Jack. But her inability to do so proved that maybe only a prophet could read it. So there's that. End tally or death tally really is, actually, yeah, I think only Lily Sunder died, and she died because she sacrificed the sliver of her soul that was left of her to help revive Jack by pretty much transferring her soul amount into his or something like that, or teaching him how to do the same type of magic that she does. I have no idea. I didn't really understand how her magic works, or how the way they transfer it to Jack was, I don't know, it was really confusing. But she's dead, pretty much. That's that was my point. So anyways, moving on to the most shocking moment of the episode. First off, Jack died very early on. I wasn't expecting it. He just kind of goes down, looks like he's going to sleep. We cut to Dean and Cass in the hallway, and then cut right back to them returning to Jack and Sam tells them that Jack's gone. And it's like, wait, what? It's like he's asleep or something? And then it looked like he was asleep. So it was like very surprising there. Second surprise was the fact that Castiel made this deal with the creature from the empty shadow, and it immediately reminded me of Dean's deal he had made in episode 222, his demon deal to save Sam's soul, or to revive Sam. And it just immediately reminded me of that, because also not only did Dean's deal get cut down, instead of the usual 10 years, it got cut down to 1 year before his time was up. But Castiel pretty much had the same thing. Instead of promising that at the end of his life that he'll go without struggle to the empty didn't care. Instead, the empty said, like, I want to make you suffer. So at the point where you let your guard down and you're at your most happiest from what I understand, that's when the empty's going to come in and take Castiel. And Castiel agreed to go without any struggle. And that was just a surprise right there. I mean, like, I wasn't expecting that at all, despite what the synopsis told me. It's like, I didn't expect it to be quite like that. So there's that. Plus, it didn't help the fact that the empty was kind of possessing Duma at the time, and Duma used to play Allie on the 100, and she was the antagonist of season 3. So it's just like evil once again. She's good at it though. So there's that. But anyway, moving on to top 3 favorite moments. First one I have to say would be Jack finally get to see his mom, Kelly. There wasn't much time of it on screen that we got to see, but I like that it was implied that they got to know each other a little bit more up there. I think it's something that Jack really needed to see. So it's much appreciated there. For some reason, this week with the CWs, there's a lot of returns of the dead moms. I mean, with this episode, we got Jack reunited with Kelly for a bit. In Legacies, in 106, you got the Saltzman twins reuniting with their biological mom for a moment. With that, also with the Flash in 508, we got to see Barry having a glimpse of his mom and his dad back in the past. He didn't get to interact with them, but he still got to see them, and we got to see them as well. So it was just like a lot of common parallels there among the CW shows this week. So there is that. But another favorite of mine, sorry, for the episode was the fact that we got to see many examples in this episode of Sam and Dean viewing Jack as their child, or the child of the family, and really comparing it to such when they were talking to Lily about how as a parent who lost their child, how can you put us in this position where we're going to pretty much lose our child, which is Jack. So it was very interesting to see their take on it, very interesting to see how they were reacting to Jack's death. So it was very interesting to see the response to that. But I also like to see the reaction they had once they got Jack back. That just made my day as well, too, just to see them smile and feel like they had their whole family back together again. So that was great, too. Moving on to top 3 peeve moments, I really only had 2. One peeve was the fact that the hunt that was featured in Jack's heaven, where it's supposed to contain his happiest memories. I'm just a little peeved that we didn't get to see that particular hunt in person. I mean, it's one of those off-screen moments that we don't get to see, but maybe get to told of, or maybe get to see it in this kind of moment. But I do like the fact that it was considered as one of his happiest moments. I just wish we got to see more of it. So that was a peeve there. Second peeve was the fact that Castiel made his deal in the first place with the empty shadow that was possessing Duma. So there's that. So what moment will I remember most when I look back on this episode? Huge emotional roller coaster, because I'm dealing with Jack's death. I'm dealing with Castiel's surprising deal. I'm dealing with the reunion of everyone with Jack afterwards. I'm dealing with the reunion of Kelly and Jack. It's just like, I'm all over the place with this episode. So there's that. But random questions very quickly. First one, was that male angel that was lying on the ground next to Duma when Castiel found her, is he still alive? Because both Duma and Naomi survived the empty taking control over them, or when that black goose took over them. So I'm wondering if that angel is still alive as well. Because if not, then we're down to 10 angels now that are alive and powering heaven. So there's that. Also, I forgot to mention that Naomi actually put a number to how many souls are in heaven, and it was at least, 40 billion? Over 40 billion, I believe. It was very fast talking of the numbers, but it was like, she definitely quantified the amount that would be jeopardized if the MT truly continued to invade heaven. So there's that. Second question: is it possible that Jack could read the angel tablet? I'm not sure, because angels can't read the angel tablet except for Metatron. There's the timer. But I'm wondering, because if Jack is half angel and he's supposed to have all these different types of skills, and he's supposed to be more powerful than Lucifer himself later on as he grows, could it be possible that he can maybe later on down the line find a way to read the angel tablet? I'm not sure. But anyways, last question: did the shadow of the MT seem a little unhinged to you when they were possessing Duma? Is it because he's out of it? They're out of its element? Is it because they're awake when they love their sleep? What's going on there? So there is that. But moving on, predictions very quickly. Based off the promo for 1409, this is the mid-season finale as well. But it looks like we do see the return of Michael, and he has found a female vessel. So there's that. Also, we see Michael rallying his monsters, and Garth is one of them. If you remember, he's a werewolf. But also, what kind of threw me was the fact that there was this holiday instrumental playing throughout the whole promo. So I don't know if it's actually supposed to be like set around the holidays, or if just so happens because this is the mid-season finale, they decided to get festive. So there's that. But the synopsis for 1409 reads that Sam and Dean enlist the help of their pal Garth to gain inside information on what Michael may be planning. The brothers split up to each go after weapons that can aid in their fight against the Archangel, but this may be a fight our heroes cannot win. Ooh, that really sounds ominous to me, though. But I really love that we get to see Garth. I don't think we've seen him since... is it season 9? I don't know. Check on screen. I might be wrong. But I love Garth. I know he's been mentioned on and off. He definitely survived the whole British invasion from the British Men of Letters. So there's that. Well, obviously survived if he's in the promo. So there's that. Also, the episode is called The Spear. So I believe we're going to see Dark Kaya again and her spear that Michael fears. So there's that. But I definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen. They do have a habit of leaving it on major cliffhangers for the mid-season finale, so I definitely can't wait to be on the edge of my seat next week. But that's about it. What did you guys think of the episode? What did you guys like about it? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts, theories, and opinions about what you think is going to happen next. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check my other videos if you haven't done so already. If you want, check out my Tumblr page. Link for that is down below. I reblog promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff found in one place. Go check that out. Also, my WordPress account, link for that is down below. Everything I post online is connected to my WordPress account. Link for that is down below. It's more organized, it's more detailed, but it's still a work in progress, so keep that in mind. If you want a detailed recap of the episode, a live journal entry link is down below. This includes my in-moment thoughts, theories, as I watch the episode for the first time, as I'm summarizing it in jot notes to help keep things organized and in order for me, because I do have a little bit of a memory issue for smaller details. So that helps me. Hope it helps you. If so, check it out. Otherwise, that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry for my rambling mistakes. It's after midnight now for me, so I'm really tired. Yeah, I hope you check up on me next week to see what they say about the mid-season finale. But until then, guys, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week wherever you are. Bye for now.